Bible, there were cherubs, and the anointed cherub on top was the devil.
Was
it? No, he wasn't called the devil. His name was Lucifer until he fell.
Well,
how did he fall?
How?
Well, when Lucifer or Satan fell, he left heaven.
He left.
To this day, don't you know that Satanists?
Don't we know that Satan went to and fro back from heaven? So how did he fall from heaven? All we know for sure with the word of Satan, there was a war in heaven. Okay, that's all we know for sure. So we're going to put that together and see what it says to and froing, and then when he presented himself, when that was, and then the war in heaven. Yeah. But let's go.
Worship an upside down star. That's Baphomet. And they draw their little goat in here, and these are the horns. But it's interesting that this is the way God had it originally. Satan was up here. And it was like a star, and then Satan fell down, so the star inverted.
No.
Interesting. So just something to think about. So the anointed cherub that covereth is connected to Lucifer.
So
why did he fall? The anointed cherub, and the word who's saying.
Can we ask ourselves, why did he fall? So you guys telling me Satan was not always a bad person? That's what you're saying. Satan was good. Was he good in the beginning of the world, or the end of the world, or after the world, or when? Remember, he was a murderer from the beginning and a liar from the beginning. So probably not a cherub. Unless you're literally willing to say, hey, Jesus, you created a murdering lying cherub from the beginning.
Means the good anointed.
But it doesn't say that.
Christ. Interesting. Maybe there's something there, maybe there's not. Maybe I'm just making something up. But let's look at the last word, Obama. Is the word Obama in the Bible?
Is it?
Actually, it is. Let's look it up. Let me find it real quick. I have it written down, but I'll go ahead and type it into the search engine.
Do it.
And it comes up in Ezekiel 20:29.
Ooh.
So the word Bama actually means from high places.
High places like heaven?
And in Ezekiel,
there was war in heaven?
Look up the verse again. Ezekiel 20:29. We find the word Bama. It doesn't have the O, but it's the same root word, Bama, with an H on the end. Well, what does it say? Ezekiel 20:29 says these words. I hope you're ready. Ezekiel 20:29 says, Then I said unto them, What is the high place whereunto ye go? And the name thereof is called Bama unto this day. So the high place. So the word Bama means high places, or heavenly places, or on high. And I did another video, and on that video I talked about what the name of Barack Hussein Obama means. Barack means blessed. Good, anointed is what Hussein means, and Obama means from high places. Barak also means lightning. That's interesting. So in Luke chapter 10 and verse 18, let me go there quickly, type it into my computer here. I can find it faster usually. Luke 10:18, we have a verse, and a lot of people say, well, this verse talks about Barack Obama. Because all three of his names are found in this verse. Luke 10:18. And Jesus says, and he said unto them, Jesus speaking to the disciples, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. I beheld Satan, the anointed one, who's saying, as lightning, Barack means lightning, fall from Bama. Fall.
With that translation, that's probably helped, Mr. Israel know that some of the New Testament is real, because that's a New Testament. So if that's true, that's New Testament. Either they planned it or that's prophesied.
From the high place or fall from heaven. Well, I don't know, but I think it's interesting that people will connect the dots and say that Obama is indeed the Antichrist. I don't know. I'm not going to say he is. I'm just going to wait and see. But it is interesting. There's a lot of people out there who believe that Barack Hussein Obama is indeed the Antichrist prophesied in the Scriptures, in the book of Revelation. Also in Daniel chapter 11. If you want an interesting study sometime, go to Daniel chapter 11 and read about what it says that this conquering ruler will do. Because in Daniel 11, there's some things that sound awful lot like what Obama did. Daniel 11 mentions that whoever the guy is, he's going to bring down the king of Egypt. Well, there was a king in Egypt named Barak, and he's been kicked out by the Arab Spring. It says in Daniel that the king of the north shall trouble him. The king of the north is Russia, and Putin is causing Obama a lot of problems.
Nah, the king of the north could be Lucifer. Remember that? Because he said, I will also send in the side of the north, but they're brought down. That's because of the tribulation.
What was this day? Syria is mentioned.
And it says, I would 14 plus 12 is 26, which is a number sign for God. 6 plus 2 is 8.
Hebrews 11, and we know all about Syria and Benghazi and what's going on there.
And Jesus said in Revelation 22:16, right, is that he will send his angel. And Lucifer is seeming like his angel, you know what I'm saying?
And there was one more, I can't remember, Egypt, I believe Iraq. So there's a lot of things in the book of Daniel that appear to be taking place, prophecies today, from this man. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out and let you look that up. Is the name Barack Hussein Obama in the Bible? Well, Barack is there 13 times. The word Hussein doesn't show up, but the word anointed does, and it's connected to this guy. Of course, it's also anointed to Jesus Christ. He is anointed to
And then Elias is closer to Hillel, which is Lucifer. So he's saying if you'll receive it, then Lucifer will come into you. The light will come into the world. But since you guys think Lucifer is the devil, once you see Lucifer, you're probably going to think it's the devil. He said he's John, but he could be what? Elias? He's John, but he could be Lucifer to you. You get it?
Christ.
Elias. That's why he said that, because Hillel in Isaiah 14 is close to Elias, which is the light bringer. You know what I'm saying? Hillel, like Elias. You know what I'm saying? Morning star, light bringer. He could be Elias to you. And see, like, even if you go look up the words, right? So, like, Lucifer comes up one time. We go to Elias. Let's see. It comes up 30 times. Let's see. Receive this is Elias, which is to come, which is the light, right? The light, which is to come, okay? Baptist, Elias and others, Jeremiah and one of the prophets, and Elias talking with him. The light, the spirit of truth, maybe. And one for Elias. Okay, Elias 22:43. And look, see, Hillel, Elias, see, Elias. Hillel, how did that find? Hillel, Elijah, see? There it is. Hillel. Elias. He shall be Lucifer unto you. He will be light unto you. See? Lucifer. Hillel. Elias. Elijah. This is how he said, this is John, but he could be a Lucifer to you. He could be the light bringer. But how art thou fallen? And that's the same thing with Jesus. He was the light, but he was cast out of his grave. That's why it's the parable to that. You know what I'm saying? This is John. He can be Elias to you. He said if you will receive it, because he already knows you guys think Lucifer is the devil. See? And if you are willing to accept it, meaning, look, it's in 11:14, meaning Lucifer, the number 14. Lucifer, the 14th chapter. Jesus Christ 6:5, Jesus Christ 11. So if you would accept it, right, which you probably not, because you think Lucifer, if someone comes and proves that they're Lucifer, you're going to say they're the devil. So, and this is why they try to make you, that's why the whole TV show called Lucifer, just to inform you of who this person is. 11:14, right here. And if you will receive it, so for all the prophets of the law prophesied until John, and if you will receive it, this is the Lucifer, which was for to come. He that hath ears, let him hear. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying that this was the Lucifer to you. This was the first Lucifer, right? And then he said, this is why he said, there's nobody that was ever greater than John, right? That's funny that he says greater than John. And then Nebuchadnezzar is a person who was exalted, given all the kingdoms. And then Lucifer is the son of the morning, and who was said he will be like God, which Jesus did, exalt his throne above the stars of God, which is the angels of God, which he did. He sit amongst the congregation. God sits amongst the congregation of God. And the side of the north, with north is the gate of Judah, north side. Right, I would ascend above the heights of cloud, which he did in front of the two men of Galilee. Literally, I would be like the Most High. If you see me, then you see the Father. Yet you will be brought down to the grave, right here, into the side of the pit, on the the bed or to the side. They that see thee should narrowly look upon thee. When they seen him on the cross, they just walked by, kind of just like, you're stupid, and just like kind of narrowly looked upon them. Is this the man that made the earth to tremble and shake? He was, and this is the prophecy of when the Lucifer comes. When the Lucifer comes, right? This is Lucifer, because Lucifer is the one who destroys the kingdoms. And then it says right here, later on, it says that I will, all this destruction, I will break the Syrian my land, and all this stuff, I will sweep it with bitter. So this is the Lucifer. Is this the Lucifer? Right? But thou art cast out of thy grave like a bomb branch. Only Jesus was cast out of his grave. Right? And then as a raiment of those who are slain, right? Which is a double prophecy, right? That's why I like it's 2:26 is double prophecy, because remember Mary Magdalene didn't, she just looked up at him and she assumed that he was a gardener. Why? Because his clothes was all messed up, as the raiment of those who are slain. When he got up, he had to put his clothes back on, because he took off, because remember he was buried as the raiment of those who are slain, with the little wraps around him. So that's why he had to take that off, and she thought that he put his clothes back on because he's a literal being. So when he got up, he died as the raiment of slain, and then when he was seen, he had like messed up clothes, like as the raiment. So it's God kind of just showing off that he can make everything completely specific. Like, you know what I mean? Like, look, and I was a raiment of slain, and look, when she see me, I had the raiment of slain, and look, I was thrown out as like someone raiment is slain. Like if someone gets shot and the clothes are bloody, you throw that out. So in that tense, it's like, yeah, you're cast out like the raiment of those who were slain. Like if they got bloody clothes, you throw out their raiment because they were slain. So he fulfilled it in every single tense. Like I had the clothes on in the raiment, I was cast out like a raiment, and I was seen as a gardener. He did every single step. And he fulfilled the exact thing, figuratively, literally, metaphorically, all that. Thrust through with a sword, pierced in the side. That go down to the stones of the pit. His cross was inside the floor. Carcass trod on the feet. He got his butt whipped the whole way. Thou shalt not be joined with him in burial. He had his own scepter, the circle on the wall, because that destroyed thy land. He was doing stuff. They don't just say you do all these things out of Beelzebub because he didn't have no power. Right? The seed of evildoers. Okay, now the devil is killing the evildoers. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Then it goes all the way over here that I will break the Assyrian. Now we're talking about the Assyrian in the same context that we're talking about the king of Babylon. So come on.